So, you'll be the evacuees.
Or the Paventhi.
How nice. Fashion us, if you please. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, I suppose we'll find room for you.
Of course we will. We'll find a couple of rooms for them. Then let me see. You'll be Peter, and Susan, and Edgar.
No, Edmund.
I beg your pardon. Edmund, and Lucy, child of light.
Just Lucy, sir.
Well then, I'm Professor Kerr. This is my house in control. This is the housekeeper, Mrs. McCready. I find it wise to obey her in most things. And these are the maids, Ivy, Margaret, and Ben. I hope your stay here will be happy and exciting.
Thank you, sir.
Well then, I'm off to go hide in my study and work, so I'll say good night.
Good night, sir.
Mrs. McCready here will show you to your rooms after you've had a bite to eat, that is.
This way, children. Young ladies will sleep here.
On the young gentlemen.
Through the blue door and mind your heads. You'll find the necessaries under your beds. Now, the one thing I will ask is that you're to keep out of the way when I'm leading a tour party through the house.
Just as if any one of us would one way to pass the morning going around with a group of strange grown-ups.
Then we're agreed. Now, good night, sleep tight, and mind the beast.
Good night.
We've fallen on our feet, and no mistake.
I think our stay is going to be perfectly splendid. Old chap will let us do anything we like. I think he's an old dear.
Oh, Susan, stop talking like that.
Like what? And anyways, it's time we were in bed.
Like Mother. It's for you to tell me when I'm to go to bed. Go to bed yourself.
Hadn't we all better go to bed? There's sure to be a row if we heard talking here.
No, there won't. I tell you, this is the sort of place where no one's going to mind what we do. And anyways, they won't hear us. 10 minutes walk from here down to that dining hall, and any amount of stairs and passages in between.
What's that noise?
It's only a bird, silly.
It's an owl. This is going to be a wonderful place for birds. I said, I should go to bed now. Let's go exploring tomorrow. You might find anything in a place like this. See those mountains as we came along? And the woods? There might be eagles. There might be stags. There'll be hawks.
Badgers!
Foxes!
Rabbits!
Stay to bed with us all. Adventure awaits us tomorrow.
Children, it's morning. Oh, there's much steady rain falling. My goodness, it is so thick that when you look out of the window, you cannot see the mountains, nor the woods, nor even the stream in the garden.
Of course it would be raining.
Do stop grumbling, Ed. 10 to 1 it'll clear up in an hour or so. And in the meantime, we're pretty well off. There's a wireless and lots of books.
Not for me. I'm going to go explore the house. Nothing there.
It must be an enormous wardrobe. I wonder, is that more mothballs? Very clear. Why? It's just like the branch of a tree. Always get back when anything goes wrong.
Hey, let's go look at the sword room.
You go ahead, Peter. I think I'll go downstairs to the library and look through some books.
Come on, Ed.
I'd rather go outside.
But it's raining. Let's go explore the sword room.
Alright, but only till we go outside.
Don't get lost. It's almost time for dinner.
Oh, Susan, stop talking like Mother.
Well, somebody has to be in charge since Mother and Father are here. Lucy, come downstairs to the library with me. It'll be a lot more fun than an old room with wardrobe in it. Lucy? Oh, she went down there. I guess she changed her mind. I think our stay here is going to be quite an adventure. Quite an adventure indeed.
I'll never catch him! Never!
Hello, Miss Unicorn.
Oh, good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Beaver.
What's so good? What's so good about it?
What are you doing out so early?
I was trying to catch the white stag, but I missed him again.
Well, don't give up. The white stag.
Attention. I know.
It'll take more than good fortune to help any of us.
Poor dear. He's in a bad way. His dad died last night.
It's more than that. Last cold weather.
The door's going to Narnia, Mr. Beaver. There's nothing you can do about it.
Maybe there is something to be done about it.
And what's that, Miss Centaur?
We can hope and pray for our king's return.
We keep hoping and praying, but he hasn't been seen for years. Not in my time, or even in my father's time.
Then we must have more faith.
I think Mr. Centaur's right. I think so too.
I think we should break up this meeting in a hurry.
Why is that, Mr. Beaver?
Listen,
Come on, you, no more stalling.
It sounds like Markham!
Not that scoundrel.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say.
And Mr. Tumnus, Stefan. Poor Mr. Tumnus. How did he ever get himself mixed up in that bad business?
whatever the reason, he's in a mess. We will be too, if we're seen by that rascal Markham.
Mr. Beaver's right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Don't forget to pray diligently for the return of our king.
Who was just here? What was that flurry of activity? It's probably just a blizzard, sir. Probably the enemy. But they scattered swiftly on the arrival of Margaret, captain of the Queen's secret police. Now, why were you late coming into your post this morning? Well, I don't really see why I'm needed here, sir. A child of Adam and Eve has never come this way before. But one will come, someday. And when he does, it's your job to catch him. In fact, a child of Adam and Eve may come this very day. There's smell of human in the air. And remember, if he comes and you let him escape, you know what the Queen will do to you. She'll turn me into a stone statue? At the very least. Now, I must check on the other sentinels. Maintain your post, knave. You, Unicorn! My mistress has plans for you. Yes, sir. Whatever you say. Oh, Tumnus. How did you ever get yourself stuck in this fix? Your father would be very disappointed in you. If I'm lucky, maybe a child of Adam and Eve will never come this way. But if one does, I can take her to the Queen and she'll reward me. But that would be wrong. I think, I'm perplexed. As usual. I don't know what to do. Except that I do when I'm normally confused. Play my pipe. Goodness gracious me!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Who are you?
My name is Lucy.
Lucy, are you a daughter of Eve?
What?
A daughter of Eve, human.
Of course I'm human.
Good. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tumnus. I'm a fawn.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Thomas.
May I ask, oh, Lucy, daughter of Eve, how did you come into Narnia?
Narnia, what's that?
Well, it's this. All the land that lies here, from that lamppost to the great distant castle of Caravel on the eastern sea, is Narnia. How did you get here?
It's very hard to explain. You see, I was exploring with my sister and two brothers.
Oh, there are four of you. Will the others be coming as well?
I don't know. I'm not even sure how I got here. You see, we were visiting this large house in the country, and I climbed in through a wardrobe in a spare room.
Wait. Wardrobe. Spare. You?
Spare room, yes. Then I realized there was no back to the wardrobe, and suddenly I was here,
In Narnia. Narnia, yes. You'll be so glad you came. And I hope the others will find their way here too, so I can show you all our beautiful country and introduce you to our lovely witch, Queen.
Everything seems so magical.
Oh, it is. You could be anywhere you wish in Narnia, quick as a wink. For example, you could go to previously mentioned Castle of Caravel. Or maybe
you would like to visit the home of our mighty queen. Maybe you even want to visit the great stone table. Should be, oh yeah, there it is. You could visit some of our forest friends. Mr. and Mrs. Beaver, for example. Or even my humble abode. Tumnus Towers, I call it. I like fancy names for simple things.
It's a fascinating place.
Perfect for the imagination. Just a little help from the wood nymphs.
Only one small problem here, if I can see it.
What would that be?
It's so cold. It was summer just a few minutes ago, where I come from on East.
In the land of Sparrow.
Yeah.
Well, to be truthful, it's always winter here in Narnia. But you'll get used to it. I hope. But meanwhile, why don't we repair to Tumnus Towers for a spot of tea to warm us up?
Very well, I can see no harm in it. Oh,
Not at all. Should be tea around here somewhere. It's always routine. Well, nonetheless. Do you mind if I played some music?
sure. And I'm so glad I met you, Mr. You're such a nice bond. Music is so lovely. It makes me feel so warm and sleepy.
No. It's not true.
What's not true, Mr. Tumnus?
I'm not a nice fawn. I'm a very bad fawn.
You're the nicest fawn I've ever met.
How can I be? I work for her.
Her? Who?
The White Witch, that's who. Oh, she calls herself a queen, but she's the evil ruler of Narnia. She's the one that makes a winter here, but never lets us have Christmas.
What kind of work do you do for the witch?
I'm a kidnapper. You're supposed to kidnap innocent children and bring them to her.
But I'm sure you wouldn't do anything of the sort.
But I'm doing it right this very moment.
What do you mean?
Come now. I must take you to the witch.
But will you, Mr. Tumnus?
If I don't, then she'll saw off my horns, cut off my tail, pluck up my beard, and worse. She'll turn me into a stone statue with a magic wand. Come.
But maybe she won't know I was here. Please, will you let me go, Mr. Tumnus?
Of course I will. I didn't know what it even was like until I met you. But now that I know you, I can't just let you go to the witch. Come now. I'll take you back to the lamppost. From there you can go back into your land of wardrobe and despair. Let's go quietly, if we can. It's full of her spies. You ever forgive me for what I meant to do?
Of course. I do hope you don't get into any dreadful trouble on my account.
Oh, may I keep this handkerchief as a pleasant reminder of our visit?
Certainly.
Goodbye, daughter of Eve. I feel ever so much better about everything. Starting now, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. I'm going to be a much better...
Tumnus, bad boy, Margaret! It's all right, I'll come back!
What on earth are you talking about, Lucy?
Why, haven't you all been wondering where I was?
So you've been hiding, have you? Poor Lou. Hiding and nobody noticed. Well, you have to hide a little bit longer than that if you want people to start looking for you.
But I've been away for hours and hours.
Bertie, quite Bertie.
What do you mean, Lou?
Just what I said. It was just after breakfast when I went into the wardrobe. And I've been away for hours and hours and had tea, and all sorts of things have happened.
Don't be silly, Lucy. We've only just come out of that room a moment ago. And you were there then.
She's not being silly at all. She's just making up a story for the fun of it. Aren't you, Lou? And why shouldn't you?
No, Peter, I'm not. It's a magic wardrobe. There's a wood in it, and it's snowing, and there's a fawn and a witch, and it's called Narnia. Come and see. Now, go in and see for yourselves. It's just an ordinary wardrobe. Look, there's the back of it.
That's jolly good, folks. You've really taken us in, I must admit. We have believed you.
But it wasn't a hoax at all. Really and truly. It was all different just a moment ago. Really it was, I promise.
Don't go, Lou.
Isn't that taking it a bit far, Lucy? Perhaps we should go talk to her. She's never made up stories before.
Oh, Susan, stop talking like mother.
Be quiet, Edmund. Let's go find them. And don't jeer at her anymore.
Another nasty wet day.
Well, let's make the best of it. How about a game of hide and seek?
That sounds wonderful, albeit.
And who knows, Lou, maybe you'll find another country and another cupboard, Lou.
Don't go, Lucy. Let's play the game.
I guess so. Anything to hide from him.
Then off you all go. I'll count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not?
The others are lying. Maybe I have told a lie. I wonder whether Mr. Tumnus is naughty or was he dream after all. I want to have one more look inside of him.
She thinks I'm Susan come to catch her. So she's keeping real quiet in the back. Lucy, Lou, where are you? Thank goodness the door must have swung on its own accord. I say, Lou, I see you're right all along. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Lucy, you're crazy. It's just a big old wardrobe like any other big old wardrobe. That's up and down. Oh, what's wrong with the wardrobe?
But now we're in Narnia.
Narnia?
You didn't believe me. I wanted to tell Peter and Susan as well, but you were the first one I found. And I wanted to get back here as soon as possible.
I say, Lou, I see you right all along.
Now, the first thing we must do is make sure that Mr. Tumnus the fawn is okay. I do hope the White Witch is going to get to him.
Witch? There's a witch in Narnia.
An evil witch who makes it always winter, but never Christmas. Now, where on earth, in Narnia, is Mr. Tumnus' home? I thought it was right around here somewhere. Come, Edmund. We must look for him.
I'll stay right here, thank you. I have no desire to go traipsing off after some silly fawn if I stay. I don't think I'd like it here.
Please, don't leave without me. I'll be right back, just after make sure Mr. Tumnus is okay.
Narnia, eh? It's a fascinating place, really. But all this business about fawns and witches and...
Hold there! Let the inquiry rest for
Yes, Your Majesty. Consider it done.
Now, let us follow the smell of the intruder.
You there!
Who, me?
Yes, you! Kneel in the presence of the mighty ruler of Narnia!
But I am kneeling.
Lower! That's more like it.
What, pray, are you?
My name is Edmund.
Is that how you address a queen?
I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I thought you were a witch.
A witch? I am a queen, the Queen of Narnia. Now, I repeat, what are you?
I'm a boy. Your Majesty.
A boy. A boy. Did you hear that, Dwarf? A boy.
He must be son of Adam.
He looks more like an idiot. Tell me, boy, how did you enter my dominion?
I went through a wardrobe. I don't know how it happened, but in an instant I was here.
Wardrobe? The passageway from the other world? The world of men? This could ruin everything. This could even be the beginning of the dread of prophecy. Unless... My poor child, how cold you? Dwarf, bring him something warm to drink. Something warm to drink?
I've never seen one of you. You exist.
Exist? Me? We've always been here.
Now, tell me, Edmund, my dear son of Adam, are there any more of you, humans, I mean, in these parts?
Yes, my sister Lucy. She's looking for a bomb.
Ah, she must be the daughter of Eve who escaped from that fool Tumnus. Well, let's see. You and Lucy, you say? That's only 2 humans. The prophecies are the 4, so there's nothing to worry about. Unless you don't have any other brothers or sisters, do you?
Yes, Peter and Susan.
What? Where are they?
In the house they're staying at, on the other side of the wardrobe.
Lucy, Peter, Edmund, and Susan. It's 2 sons of Adam and 2 daughters of Eve. That's 4, just as the prophecy has stated. This is horrible!
What's wrong, Your Majesty?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I just meant it's horrible that your dear brother and sisters aren't here with us now. I would take all of you to my castle. I would make them the Duke and Duchesses of this land. But you, my dear Edmund, because I found you first, and you are special, I would make you the Prince of Narnia.
You mean it?
And someday, you would be king.
King, you really mean it?
Oh, here's your delightful dream. Sweet, and creamy, and delicious. And you must have a little something to eat as well. Tell me, what is your favorite candy?
Oh, that's easy. Turkish delight.
Then Turkish delight it shall be. Enjoy, my little prince.
It's the best Turkish delight I've ever tasted. May I have more?
Back in my castle, I have rooms filled with Turkish delight.
Let's go there right now.
First, you must fetch the others.
They can wait another time.
Now, my dear, bring the others to my castle. It's between those 2 hills. You can't miss it. You'll smell the Turkish delight all the way. You may even have a unicorn of your own. Come, dwarf. We must prepare for our esteemed guests. Oh, and Edmund, my precious. Don't tell the others about me just yet. I want them to be surprised when they see me. Let's keep this visit our little secret. Don't spare the wit, dwarf. We have much to do in a short time.
Turkish delight, rooms filled with it. Yes, I'll bring Susan, Peter, and Lucy to the Queen. I'm glad she told me she was a queen, or else I might have mistaken for a witch.
Edmund, this is terrible. I can't find Mr. Tumnus anywhere.
Perhaps we should go get the others to help find him.
Really? You really want to? I didn't think you liked it here.
Maybe the place does deserve a second look after all, particularly between those 2 hills.
Good. Let's go get Peter and Susan.
But first, let's get some coats from the wardrobe. It's cold here.
As I told you, that's all the White Witch's fault.
The White Witch, who's she?
She is a perfectly terrible person. She calls herself the Queen of Narnia, though she has no right to be queen at all. And all the fauns and dryads and naiads and animals, at least all the good ones, simply hate her. She can turn people to stone and do all sorts of horrible things. She's made of magic in Narnia, so it is always winter, but never Christmas. And she drives around on a sleigh pulled by unicorns, with a wand in her hand and a crown on her head.
Who told you all that stuff about the White Witch?
Mr. Tumnus, the fawn.
You can't always believe what fawns say.
Says who?
Says everyone. Ask anyone you like. But it's pretty poor sport standing out here in the snow. Let's go home.
Yes, let's. Oh, Edmund, I'm so glad you've gotten this too. The others will have to believe us now that both of us are in here. Let's go home. And what wonderful adventures we shall have now that we're all in it together. Peter, Susan, it's all true. Edmund has seen it too. There is a magical land you can get into through the wardrobe. Edmund and I both got it. We met one another in the wardrobe, in the land. Go on, Ed.
What's all this
Tell
about?
me. Tell us, Ed.
Ah, yes. Me and Lucy were just playing, pretending. That her fantasy land in a wardrobe was all real, just for fun, of course. There's nothing there, really. There she goes off again. That's the problem with girls these days. There's always
Look, Tian, shut up. You've been perfectly beastly to Lou ever since you started this nonsense about the wardrobe. And now you go jeering and nagging her and setting her off again. I believe you did it simply out of spite.
It's all nonsense.
Of course it's nonsense, but that's just the point. She was perfectly alright when we left home, but ever since she's been here, she's either going queer in the head or turning into a most frightful lie. Whichever it is, what good do you think you'll do by jeering and nagging at her one day and encouraging her the next?
I thought.
You didn't think anything at all. It's just spite. You've always liked being beastly to anyone weaker than yourself. We've seen it at school before now.
Stop it. It won't make things any better having a row between you two. Let's go and find Lucy.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. You can tell the professor, or you can write to Mother, or you can do anything you like. I know I met a father there, and I wish I'd stay there and you were all beasts. Beasts!
Peter, perhaps we should talk to the professor. She's never made up stories.
Go write to Father if he thinks anything is really wrong with you.
It's getting beyond us.
Let's go to the professor then.
How do you know that your sister's story is not true?
Oh, but Edmund said they'd only been pretending.
That is a point which deserves consideration, very careful consideration. For instance, if you'll excuse me for asking a question, does your existence lead you to regard your brother or your sister as the more reliable? I mean, which is the more truthful?
That's just the funny thing about it, sir. Up till now, I just said Lucy every time.
What do you think, my dear?
Well, in general, I'd say the same as Peter. This couldn't be true. All this about a wood and a car.
That is more than I know, and a charge of lying against someone who you've always found truthful is a very serious thing. Very serious thing indeed.
We were afraid we might continue to be lying. We felt there might be something wrong with Lucy.
Madness, you mean? Oh, you can make your minds easy about that. One has to only look at her and talk to her to see that she is not mad.
But then,
Logic. Why don't they teach logic in these schools? There are only three possibilities. Either your sister is lying, or she is telling the truth, or your sister is lying, or she is mad, or she is telling the truth. You said yourself that she doesn't lie, and it's obvious she's not mad. So for the moment then, unless any further evidence turns up, we must all assume that your sister is telling the truth.
But how could it be true, sir?
well, if things are there, aren't they there all the time?
They're all the time, aren't they?
She had no time. Lucy had no time to have gone anywhere. If there was such a place, she came running after us the moment we went out of the room. It was less than a minute, and she pretended to have been with us.
If there really is a door in this house that leads to some other world, and I should warn you that this is a very strange house, and even I know very little about it. If I say she had gotten into this world, I should not be at all surprised to find that this world had a separate time of its own, so that however long your sister spent there, it would never take up any of our time. On the other hand, I don't think many girls of age Well, I don't think many girls of her age would invent that idea for themselves. If she had been pretending, I think she would have hidden for a reasonable amount of time before coming out and telling her story.
But are you saying then that there could be ways into other worlds all over the place, just around a corner like that?
Nothing is more probable. And what do they teach in these schools?
What are we to do?
Well, my dear, there is one thing that no one has yet suggested, which is very well worth trying.
What's that?
We might all try minding our own business.
Well then.
Let's go find Matinee.
Look out! The McCree and the gang with us.
Sharp's the word.
And here are a few of the statues that you will notice have come from the
Look, there's nowhere else.
Wow, Susan. I'm sitting against the tree. And look, it's getting light over there.
Aisha, you're right. Look there and there. It's trees all around. Well, I do believe we've made it into Lucy's wood after all.
Now you confess to Peter?
Yes, I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Will you shake hands?
Oh.
It's so cold. What do we do now?
Why go explore the wood, of course.
Well, it is pretty cold. We probably want some of these coats.
Well, they aren't ours.
Oh, it isn't as if we wanted to take them out to the house. We shouted and take them out of the wardrobe.
Well, now that you put it that way, I see. No one can say you bagged a coat if you leave it where you found it. And I suppose this whole country is in the wardrobe.
We can pretend we're Arctic explorers.
This is going to be exciting enough without pretending.
I say, aren't we to be bearing a bit more to the left if we were aiming for the lamppost that is?
So you really were here that time the time Lucy said she met you here and you made out she was telling love. While the poisonous little beast have no more of your life, well, let's go exploring.
Where do we go first?
I think Lou ought to be leader. Goodness knows she deserves it. Where will you take us, Lou?
Why don't we go to see Mr. Tumnus? He's the nice fawn I told you about.
Here's his house, but oh no!
This is a pretty good washout. Not much good coming from here.
What's this?
Is there anything written on it?
Yes, I think so, but I can't read it in this light. Let's go up to the The former occupant of these premises, the fawn Tumnus, is under arrest and awaiting his trial on a charge of high treason against Her Imperial Majesty, Jadis, Queen of Narnia, Chaplain of Caltaval, Empress of the Lone Islands, etc. Also of comforting her said Majesty's enemies, harboring spies, and fraternizing with humans, signed Margaret, Captain of the Secret Police. Long live the Queen.
Oh no!
Who is this Queen, Wolf?
She isn't a queen at all, she's a witch. It's always winter, but never Christmas in Narnia.
It doesn't seem safe here. How about just going home?
We can't simply just go home now, not after all this. It's all on my account that the poor fawn has gotten into all this trouble. He hid me from the queen and showed me from the way back. That's what it means by comforting the queen's spies and harboring traitors.
Well, I suppose Lou's right.
Very well. This place worries me.
Where do we look first?
Maybe we should look at the castle between those two hills.
Very well. Maybe it'll be warmer there.
Oh, what was that?
It's nothing, scaredy cat. Let's go.
Who's there?
Are you the sons of Adam and the daughters of Eve?
Or some of them?
Quickly, follow me. We're not safe.
Wait a minute. I say we head to the castle. Who wants to listen for some silly beaver?
Stop being so smug and pay attention to him.
How do we know he's a friend?
Here's my key.
My handkerchief!
Mr. Tumnus dropped it so that we would know to expect you. Now, please, come quickly. We must get you safely to our king.
Your king.
Aslan.
Aslan. Aslan.
Very good makes me feel brave and adventurous.
Name sounds like a delightful strain of music to me.
It warms me up, makes me feel like summer.
It gives me like a bad feeling, like some mysterious horror.
What is wrong with you? You're acting so strangely.
How else are you supposed to act in a strange place you've never been in before? I say we head for the castle.
I say we go with the beaver.
I too. And I.
3 against 1, Ed. Come on.
This is Beaver. We're home. I found him. The sons of Adam and the daughters of Eve.
Welcome. I have some dinner for you, fresh from the smokehouse outside.
It looks delicious.
Definitely unvarnished.
We're very grateful for your hospitality. On to the Ed.
I prefer church to life.
What, dear?
He said it looks perfect, and he's delighted.
Before we eat, let us all say a word. Good. Now, join me.
How very honored we are to have your children in prophecy.
Children of prophecy.
I'm not even sure what prophecy means.
It's something that's predictable. It's something that will probably happen.
Oh. What exactly is the prophecy, Mr. Beaver?
It's told in the form of a rhyme. Long will be right when Aslan comes to the sun. The sound of his roar, however, will be known. When he bares his teeth, winter shall need his death. When he takes a claim, he will ask for
Who is Aslan, Aman?
it. Certainly not. He's king of the whole wood and son of the great emperor beyond the sea. Aslan is the lion, the great lion. And be here that he may be here among the 18 seas. So, we shall take you all to the stone table early in the morning so that you may meet.
And help fulfill the prophecy.
But how do we fit into all of this?
We still don't understand about the prophecy.
But you will. Listen to the rest of the rhyme. In Adam's flesh and Adam's bones sits a carapace of throne. The evil time will be over.
What does that mean? Adam's flesh and Adam's bone.
It means humans.
You're the first humans to ever come to Narnia.
What about the witch in the wall? Aren't they human?
You mean the witch and the dwarf? They like you to think that they're human, but they're not. They're able through and through. I've dropped my human blood.
This Camp of Vogue mentioned. How many thrones are there?
4. 2 for the sons of Adam.
And 2 for the daughters of Eve.
And when they are filled, it will be the end of the witch's reign. And life.
2 and 2.
You are the 4. And we count on you to help fulfill the prophecy.
Even though the adventure will be filled with danger.
It's quite a responsibility.
But you still see.
I, for one, am ready.
I too. And I.
What about you, Ed?
Ed?
Where could he go?
Perhaps to get some fresh air?
Do you think he became ill? He hasn't looked right since we got here.
Wait a minute. You mentioned something about the witch and the dwarf. We knew nothing about a dwarf. Is there such a person?
Yes. She drives the witch's sleigh.
That means that it's mental.
Need her food, no doubt. He had that look. He's surely under her spell.
Betty, I'm pretty certain. well on his way to her castle by now.
We must go there and stop him.
No! You must go near the witch.
She would turn you all to stone with her magic wands.
But aren't all four of us needed to fulfill the prophecy?
Then tomorrow we shall set out for the stone table.
I said that we set out now. When the witch Edmund tells, when Edmund tells the witch where we are, she'll surely come here and turn us around. So,
Then let's get to packing.
Who goes there?
If you please, sir. My name is Edmund. I'm a son of Adam. I bring news of my brothers and sisters.
Very well. I shall tell Her Majesty. Meanwhile, stand still. If you rally for your life, we will be turned to stone like the others in the outer courtyard.
You mean those statues used to be alive?
Yes, until they crossed Your Majesty and paid the price. An enemy of the Queen ultimately comes to the statue of stone.
I'm sure they were all bad to the Queen. Else she wouldn't have turned them into stone. She was nice to me. Nicer than the old Aslan, or whatever his name is. She said that she would make Peter a duke and Lucy and Susan duchesses. But I'd become a prince, and someday, king. I'm so glad to stay here with the Queen who's so nice and so good. And it's simply wonderful.
Where is the little fool? How dare you come alone? Did I not tell you to bring the others?
I did the best I could, Your Majesty. I'm sure I can bring them to you after they've been off their way to see Aslan.
Ah! Do not speak his name in my presence again.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
So, he's arrived, has he?
Perhaps only you, Your Majesty.
No, everything seems to be getting warmer. Even the snows in the fields are starting to melt. Tell me, where are your brother and sisters right now?
They're at the house of the beavers, but they may be on their way to meet on the stone table to meet as I meet him.
You must capture the children before they reach that creature.
Captured, but why?
Quiet, you! I shall never allow the prophecy to come true. Never! Dwarf, make ready this sled for our journey. You must leave immediately.
It's no good, Your Majesty. The unicorn cannot sledge in the thaw. She will sink into the mud.
Then we must walk. Mogrim, captain of my secret police, you are the fleetest of all my army. Go ahead of us. Overtake the human creatures before they reach the stone table, and kill anything in your path, especially the beavers for harboring the enemy.
I hear and obey, my queen.
Dwarf, tie the hands of this human behind his back, and drive him ahead of us with your whip.
With pleasure, Your Majesty.
If you please, Your Majesty, may I have some touch of the light before we go? You said...
Silence, fool! And yet, it will not do to have a little brash painting along the way. Bring in food and drink. Turkish delight for the little prince.
Take it away, I don't want dry bread.
Guess we've got enough of it before you taste bread again. Enough of the stalling. We must be off. Move! Move!
Velvet ham, there's a packet of tea and some sugar and some matches. And if someone will get to it, we'll allow the coffee.
What are you doing, Miss Pippa?
You didn't think it said I was drinking something to eat, did you?
We haven't time. The witch may be here any minute.
How long we can go? Think it over. She can't be here for a quarter of an hour at least.
Let's not we want as great a head start as we can get if we're to reach the stone table before her.
You've got to remember that, Miss Viva. As soon as she's been here and seen that we're gone, she'll be off at top speed.
That she will. But we can't get there before her, whatever we do. Or she'll be on the sledge and we'll be walking.
Then how do we know how?
Don't you get fussy. There's a deal. Let's just get half a dozen clean handkerchiefs out of her. Of course we got her. If we can't get there before her, we can keep under cover and go by way she wouldn't expect. And perhaps we'll get there.
It's true that things we do, but it's time we were out of here.
Don't start fussing either, Mr. Weaver. Now, there, that's better. There are 5 loaves. Smallest, but smallest. Oh, do please, come on. Nearly
great engagement. I mean, you won't be able to use it while we're on the run, I suppose.
I can't abide that thought of the witch fiddling with it and breaking it and stealing it. As likely as not.
Please do hurry.
Best keep down here, sons of Adam and daughters of Eve. The queen won't be able to bring her sledge down here. It's too narrow. I'll be nearby.
Oh, who are you?
A friend, a servant of Aslan.
Whatever is this place?
It's a hiding place for beavers in bad times, and a great secret. It's not much, but you may as well get a few hours sleep.
If you all hadn't been in such a fuss when we were starting, I'd have brought some pillows.
He's been seen. She's caught him.
It's all right. Come out, man. Come out, son of Adam and daughters of Eve. It's all right. It isn't her. The nasty narc little witch, it seems that powers are already crumbling.
What do you mean?
Didn't I tell you that she always made a witch after Christmas? Didn't I tell you? Well, just come and see.
Father Christmas!
Oh, Christmas.
I come at last. The powers of the witch have kept me away for some time, but lately I've been feeling stronger, more like myself. That's why I've been making my rounds again.
They say Aslan is on the move.
Well, then that must be the answer. Well, ready for your gifts. First, Mr. Beaver, I have repaired your jam and mended the leak.
I
A simple thank you will suffice.
Thank
And Mrs. Beaver, in the room next to the smokehouse, I left you a brand new sewing machine. Oh my God! What he said. Thank you. Peter.
Yes,
son of
sir.
Beth. These are your presents. They are tools, not toys. The time to use them is perhaps near at hand. Near at hand. The sword and shield are yours. Bear them well. Bear them well.
And
Use the bow only in great need. In great need. And blow this horn when you are in trouble, and help of some kind will come to you. Will come to you.
Thank you, sir.
Lucy, younger daughter of Eve. In this bottle is cordial made from the juice of fire flowers. If you or your friends are ever hurt, a few drops will restore you. And use this dagger to defend yourself, but only use it when absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Thank you, Father Christmas. Unkind elf. Well, we must be on our way. We have many more stops tonight. It's wonderful to be working again. A Merry Christmas to you all, and long live the true King.
Long live the true king!
We too must be on our way. We must travel quietly and cautiously. We must despise you everywhere. The gifts of Father Christmas may well be needed before this journey is over. Now come.
is this? Speak, vermin, or do you want my dwarf to find your tongue with his whip? What is the meaning of all this gluttony, this right, this self-indulgence? Where did you get all of these things?
Please, Your Majesty, we were given them. And if I might make so bold as to drink Your Majesty's very good health.
Who gave them to you?
Father Christmason.
What? He's not here. He could not have been here. How dare you? And then as added, unless you are lying, you may even now be forgiven.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, don't, please, don't.
As for you, let that teach you to ask favor for spies and traitors. We must drive on.
It's no good, Your Majesty. We cannot sledge with Thor.
Then we shall walk.
But we shall never overtake the walking.
Are you my counselor or my slave? Do as you are told. Tie the hands of this human behind his back and keep hold of the end of the rope. And take your whip. Drive on. Move! Move!
Look, there's a kingfisher. Just has an awful smell.
It actually be spring flowers.
No doubt about it, spring is in the air.
And it's getting warmer too. When we stopped at the meadow for a rest, we took off our coats and forgot to put them back on.
Oh, so we did. Listen, what is that?
Look,
He's here at last.
Let's go speak to him.
you turn.
Tell them about it beforehand.
Very well. Come on, everyone. Let's go.
Welcome Peter, son of Adam. Welcome Susan and Lucy, daughters of Eve. Welcome Beaver and She. But where's the other son of Adam?
He's trying to betray his brother and sister. He's trying to
It's partly my fault. We were arguing, and it may have touched him in the wrong direction.
Please, can anything be done to save Edmund?
All shall be done. You may be pardoned. Meanwhile, let a feast and celebration be prepared in yonder village. You shall find food and drink in abundance there. Peter and I shall join you momentarily. Son of Adam,
Yes, Aslan.
look far into the distance where Narnia meets the sea. There is a castle.
I can see it.
It is Cairhar Valley, the fourth Thrones. If the prophecy is to be fulfilled, you, your brother, and your sisters shall sit in the throne.
But aren't all four of us needed for the prophecy? Then what if Edmund? What if the witches? What if he does something? What was that?
Your sister's born.
But Father Christmas told her to only blow at times of great trouble. Something dreadful must be happening. Susan, what is it?
Monster!
He's coming this way. He's right in front of us.
Did anyone tell who or what it is?
It looks to be incorporated in Mugford, captain of the richest secret police.
Aslan, will you protect us from
No, but you will.
me?
Stand back. Let the prince win his spurs. So, the great Aslan has returned. My queen will be interested in this news. But, before I go, would the mighty one like to test my strength? Are you so afraid of Bagram? You sent a mere mortal to fight your stead? Very well. I shall make quick work of him. Just as my queen shall dispatch of you and your cowardly crew in the wink of an eye.
Well done, my son. You've given the beast a mortal wound, but let us pray he reaches the witch before he dies.
Why?
That way, you all follow, and rescue the others son of Adam. Do not fear. Strength shall be in your numbers, and in your faith accomplish the task. The children will stay with me. You've forgotten to clean your sword. Now, hand it to me and kneel, son of Adam.
Rise up, Sir Peter Wolfsbane. Your new name shall tell the world that you are the destroyer of evil wolf. Always maintain your courage, and whatever happens, never forget to wipe your sword.
Yes, Aslan.
And now, we must all go to the pavilion to await the others. Hope all goes well, and that they will return with your brother.
It will be difficult to reach a stone table before the humans do. That is, unless they've been delayed along the way. Surely Mom will be more to us soon.
If you please, Your Majesty, may we rest just a bit?
No, you young fool. You must continue to move ahead. I said, move. What is this?
Your Majesty,
Margaret, who has done this horrible thing to you?
the other son of Adam, at the bidding of Aslan.
No! Do not dare speak his name.
But he's here, at the stone table. Now I must go in yonder thicket, where I may rest, forever.
Look, my captain. They've slain him.
Now the prophecy will surely come true.
No. There are 4 thrones in Caravel. If only 3 are occupied, the prophecy can never be filled. He shall never rule over Narnia.
Better do it. We've got to do it once.
Prepare to victim.
Please, no. What are you going to do to me?
The very same that your wretched brother has done to my beloved captain.
I think I see her. I see her! The forces of Aslan.
We are outnumbered. Quick, we must disappear.
Come, my friends, you're breathing first.
Very well, my old adversary, Aslan. Aslan, yes, I can speak the name, for he shall soon be mine. The deep magic is on my side. Perhaps he has forgotten the deep magic, but I shall remind him. Dwarf, we must summon our allies to meet us as soon as possible. Call the ghouls, the boggles, the ogres. Bring forth the crows, the spectres, and the hags. This is war, and we shall fight with one aim in mind, to end forever the name of Aslan.
I'm worried, Aslan. Perhaps we should have gone with the others to help rescue them.
No, we cannot chance losing more children madly. I have every confidence in those who follow the wolf.
Listen, they're coming back.
I can't tell. Yes, I think he is.
Edmund!
What happened?
The queen, the witch. She was awful.
It's all right, my son. You're among friends of me.
You're Aslan?
Yes. Come with me for a moment.
What is he saying to the boy? Whatever it is, it'll be quite impossible. I wish I could hear it.
Some of it over now.
Whatever Aslan is telling me, the world will never forget it.
Here's your brother. There's no need to speak to him about what has passed.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, Edmund.
I'm glad you're safe.
Peter.
I'm coming back.
Look, someone is coming.
See who approaches.
Sire, there was a messenger from the one who praised Guardians of the Moon.
Let him approach.
Should I prepare for battle again?
Hold us. Shall see what comes to pass.
Look, the intruder carries a white flag, the sign of peace.
You appear to come in peace. What is your message?
The Queen of Narnia desires to seek conduct to speak with you.
Queen of Narnia, indeed.
Well, chief, peace be with you. Tell your mistress that I grant her safe conduct, on condition that she leaves her wand by the great oak. That way, she can play no magical trick.
Magician and magical trick. What could she possibly want to? There he is.
You are a traitor here, Aslan.
This offense was not against you.
Have you forgotten the deep magic?
Tell me.
Tell me. Tell you what is written on that very table of stone which stands beside us? You know the magic the Emperor put into place at the beginning of time. You know that every traitor belongs to me, and that for every treachery, I have the right to kill. And so, that human creature is mine. His life is forfeit to me. His blood is my property.
Come and take him back.
Peace.
Fool! Do you think you can rob me of my rights by mere force? Your master knows what is written. He knows that unless the law is obeyed, all of Narnia will perish in fire and water.
It is true. I do not deny.
Can anything be done to stop the deep legend?
Not against the Emperor's magic. I will speak with the witch.
You mean queen. Shut up, you toad.
Please, fall back, all of you.
Oh, Edmund.
I wish we'd never left that wardrobe.
I wish we could go back.
So do I, but I don't think we could find the way. And at any rate, we're needed here. Now more than ever.
The suspense is awful. What are they talking about? Do you think he can save Boy? Anything can possibly be done as a man.
Never doubt your faith in him.
The matter has been settled. The witch has renounced her claim of her brother's blood. Edmund is free.
Now, we must gather our forces. Our time is at hand. Oh, and one final thing. How do I know your promise will be kept?
You know that when Aslan makes a promise, it will be kept.
What was she talking about, Aslan? What promise did you make to her?
Do not worry about her. Now, all of you must go away from this place at once. This place will be needed for a different purpose. Go to the fields of Verona. There you shall camp tonight.
Will you be going with us?
I am needed here. The witch has business in this parts. When she is finished, you and the others must be prepared for anything. Perhaps even a battle that will let you down.
But you'll be there to help us, won't you, Aslan?
I can give no promises. Now, all of you must go away from this place at once. You must get a good night's sleep to be ready for whatever tomorrow may bring. Please, go at once. Children, why did you not go with the others?
We're very worried, Aslan. We're sure something terrible is going to happen. Can we stay with you, Aslan? Please?
Yes. I will be happy to have your company for a while. But when I tell you to leave, you must.
Oh, we will. Thank you. Aslan, dear Aslan, what is wrong? Are you ill, dear Aslan?
No. I'm sad and lonely. Lay your hands upon my maiden so that I may feel you closer. Now, children, I must leave you this time. If you wish to stay nearby, you may, but you must not.
But
Under no circumstances can you let yourselves be seen.
what is that?
Farewell.
The fool is here! Bind him, fast!
Oh, how can I? Please.
Let him be shaved. Muzzle him. He's only a great big cat after all.
Isn't this what we're afraid of?
Oh, why don't he just bite off their hands?
He would never betray the deep magic.
The cowards. They know that he could kill them all with one stroke of humor.
Now, place him on the altar. Now, sentinels, erect our banner here at the site of our victory. Feel good? Aslan. Now, who has won, you fool? Did you think that by sacrificing yourself for the young traitor you would save him? Not only will I kill you in this place as we agreed, but I shall come back and kill the boy. In that knowledge, despair and dies! Aslan is mine. Victory is mine. Narnia is mine! Now, follow me as we set about finishing what remains of this war. It will not take long to crush the human vermin and the young traitor, now that the great fool, the great cat, lies dead!
How horrible. How unfair. Nothing seems to matter now.
My father, look at that muzzle. I wonder if I take it down.
Good luck. Good work, Luke. I wonder if we can untie him as well. It's no use. Rope so much too tight. Look. What is that?
They look like mice.
Go away! Go away, you little beasts!
Can you see what they're doing?
They're nibbling away at the ropes.
I think they're ground mice. Poor things. If they don't do some good untying them. What a possible.
It was only a storm. It didn't last long, but it was very strong. I think the lightning must have hit something around here.
You should hit this horrible bug. I'm going to take it down.
Oh, Lou, what if the witch comes back and sees you?
I don't care. She plans to kill us all anyway.
That's true. Here, let me help you. He's gone.
Oh no, at least they might have left the body alone.
Has the witch done this too? Is it more magic?
Yes, it is more magic.
Aslan! Oh, you're not dead, dear Aslan.
Not now.
You're not a
A ghost? Do I look like one?
What does it all mean?
It means that there was a law written before time even began. It stated that when a willing victim who has committed no treachery,
like Edmund? Like you, sorry.
like me, is taken in place of a traitor,
Like Edmund.
like Edmund. Then the table will crack, and death itself will start working back.
Like now!
Oh, children, I feel my strength coming back to me. I feel as if I am going to roar a very loud roar. You best cover your ears. Now, grab hold of my maid, both of you. And we shall go. We shall add more to our army.
We must hurry, Aslan. The witch and our army are coming for the others at this very minute.
Then, we shall add more to our army, those who await us at the witch's castle.
What are they doing there?
Nothing. At the moment, they are but stone statues. But I shall breathe the breath of life into them, and they shall become holy.
Oh, do you think that Mr. Tumnus will be there?
Was he an enemy of the witch?
Yes, because of me.
Then I am certain he will be.
Oh, I can't wait to see Mr. Tumnus again.
And you shall, Lucy, my dear. You shall. And now, grab hold of my maid, both of you, and we shall fly to the home of the witch. Now, those who can't keep up, that is children, dwarves, and small animals, shall ride on the backs of those who can, that is lions, centaurs, horses, eagles, and giants. Those who are good with their noses shall go up front with us lions to sniff out the battle. Look lively and sort yourselves.
In the middle of the night again.
Well, me as well, and I couldn't fall back asleep.
By the way, have you seen the girls this morning?
No, nor have I seen Aslan. Where's Father? Where could they be?
Good morning, Peter, Edmund.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Eva.
Yeah, there's a stirring. No one's quite sure.
We've got Aslan. Ask him to guide us. What's that noise?
It's the witch and her army. It could be the end for us.
Without Aslan, we're lost.
We must all come together.
Finally, all back together.
And we shall not go down without a fight.
Edmund is right. Here, take this gun. If today is indeed our final day, let it be marked with valor and honor.
Who's next?
What are you doing? Do not retreat. Attack! Fools, attack!
Victory!
Victory! Victory!
It is all Edmund's doing, Aslan. The witch was turning our forces into stone left and right. But nothing would stop him. He fought his way through 3 ogres where she was just turning one of your guards into a statue. And when he reached her, he had sense to bring his sword crashing down upon her wand, rather than going to her directly and getting a statue killed. That was the mistake everyone else has made. With her wand gone, we began to have a chance, but we have lost so many already. He was terribly wounded, and we must go see him.
Quick, Lucy.
Oh, yes, the cordial Father Christmas gave me. He said that he dropped.
Lucy, There are others wounded.
Yes, I know. Wait a minute.
Daughter of Eve, must more die for the sake of Edmund.
I'm sorry, Aslan. Does he know what Aslan did to him? Does he know what the arrangement was? Gosh, no. Of course not. Can he be home? Surely not. It would be too terrible.
How would you feel if you were he?
All the same, I think he ought to know.
Now, rise up, Sir Edmund. Peter, your true Edmund fought bravely in the battle of Reforge.
Edmund's the real hero. If he hadn't destroyed the witch's one, she'd have turned us all into statues.
It was the least I could do, after all the wrong I've done.
All have done wrong, Edmund, at one time or another. But to acknowledge your error and try to do better is the best way to right that wrong. And that is exactly what we're doing. And now, the only duty remaining from our victory is to crown the new rulers of Narnia. I wish I could crown them at this very spot, at this very moment. But we must wait until we reach Caravel, because that is where the 4 crowns are.
No, they're not. Lord Aslan. They're here. After you freed me, I ran as fast as my horse could carry me to Caravel. I assume these would be here.
And I assume you just wanted to avoid the battle of village. Am I right?
It was Tumnus the Trembler, not Tumnus the Terrible. Come on.
Thank you for your thoughtfulness, Thomas, whatever they may be. And now, let the coronation celebration begin. King Peter.
King Peter.
Queen Susan.
Queen Susan.
King Edmund.
King Edmund.
And Queen Lucy.
Queen Lucy.
Long live the true kings of Narnia.
Long live the true kings of Narnia.
Once a king or queen in Narnia, always a king or queen in Narnia. Bear it well, sons of Adam. Bear it well, daughters of Eve. And now, we must all repair to Caravel. That way the new rulers can ascend their thrones, and the coronation celebration shall begin. Please, go.
Will you not be there too, Aslan?
Momentarily, for a while. Now please, go join the others. Caravel has been dark and empty for far too long. Yes, I will join them, for a while at least. But I cannot stay long, for I have many other jobs to do. Like this one, for example. Witness, please return the lamppost to its rightful place here in the forest. Thank you. The children will rule Narnia for quite a while. The time will come when even they must return from whence they came. The lamppost shall be their government.
It's so very nice to have her house, which can't do this all.
Thank you, but my time here, I've stayed much too long.
As did we all.
It was so hard to leave. Feasting, dancing, music, day after day, month after month.
And such good rulers leading us as well.
They've certainly earned their names.
King Peter the Magnificent.
Queen Susan the Gentle.
King Edmund the Just.
Queen Lucy the Valiant.
You know, it occurred to me. Noticing Aslan for quite a while.
Oh, he comes and he goes. One day you'll see him, another you won't.
And he has other countries.
Other reasons. Just as well as Walter. Goodbye, Mr. Tumnus. I have courses to do.
And I have that.
I have tunes to play. Farewell. As did I. And I.
I've never pursued
to go?
Into that thicket, I believe.
A very dense thicket from the rise and underbrush.
Well, we should not turn back. As kings and queens, we always achieve what we set out to accomplish.
Our royal brother is right. For forward to the white staff feather, I suggest we remove our robes and crowns so they don't become torn or damaged in yon afternoon.
I say, I feel as if I've seen these lampposts before. And then kept always new.
I don't think. It seems to me that it's natural life on this side of the mountain.
And then hang about, let's take a way back in the hole.
Wait for us, good brother and sister.
This lamppost struck strangely upon me, as it did with Lucy and Edmund.
I do feel peculiar about it.
Where are we?
You're in the wardrobe, of course.
No, we're not. We're in the wardrobe.
Wardrobe?
Wardrobe. Completely forgotten about it.
As did I. Professor, do you think we'll ever make it back to Narnia again?
No, I don't think it'd be much use now trying to go back into the wardrobe door to get the coats. I don't think we'll get back into Narnia again by that round. No one would be any good by now if we did it, eh? What's that? Well, of course you'll get back into Narnia someday. Once you take it on you, always a king. But don't go trying to use the same route twice. Indeed, don't try to get there at all. What happens when you're not looking for it and not talking about it too much when you run yourself or other people? Unless you found, of course, that they've had similar experiences themselves. What's that? How will you know? Well, you'll know all right. Odd things they see even the looks let the secret out. So keep your eyes peeled. And be on the lookout always. And bless you, what do they teach in these schools?